Join the Discord server below to get updates about videos and other things. Also, subscribe. Rust. A game that's been around since 2013 where the central concept has pretty much stayed the same. Survival of the fittest. This is exemplified to the highest degree with its brutal combat, harsh environments, and most importantly, the toxic community. This game truly lives up to its reputation of being the most intense survival game ever because of these factors. So let's take a look into what truly makes Rust so difficult and so rewarding. Or in this case, the struggles of Rust. The premise of Rust is fairly simple. You join a server, spawn on the beach of some random radiation-filled island, get some materials, build a base, and get loot. Sounds simple enough until you add in another factor. Other players. No matter where you are on the map, somehow, some way, someone will find you and kill you. Everyone in this game is bloodthirsty, and no one should be trusted to not stab you in the back. And that only leaves you with one choice: to fight back. Combat in this game is fairly simple. The guy with the bigger stick wins. Also, whoever can aim the stick better. The weapons at your disposal range all the way up from the Stone Age to the modern, those including rifles, pistols, and shotguns. Most of them shoddily constructed using tape, Gorilla Glue, and 6 markers. You'll start with literal sticks and stones, but eventually work your way up to better weapons, like military-grade assault rifles or C4. These weapons are primarily used for fighting other players and raiding their bases for better gear, but they can also be used on the scientists and soldiers that roam the wastelands of, wherever this island is. Combat is very black and white. You shoot someone or they shoot you. The difference is, it's extremely satisfying to kill someone in this game. In Rust, you've probably been traveling for a while with all your hard-earned loot up until you encounter someone. You know if you die here, you'll never see that loot again, so the only choice you have is to fight them off if the other person has seen you. It's like a coin toss, except one side of the coin has an AK and is racist. Weapons can be found by making them, getting them off of other players, or finding them in crates off random spots on the map. To create the weapons, you need blueprints, which can be made with a copy of the weapon, and scrap, which is the currency in this game. After making the blueprint, you can finally do whatever your heart desires. Make a gun, a spinning wheel, a trap that drowns people, and a lot more. Basically, everything is crafted except for a few select guns and items that you can only find around the map. But you probably won't be able to reach them anyway. To survive in the wastelands of Czechoslovakia, you're going to need a base to defend yourself and your gear from the dangers of the outside. To do this, you need to find materials to build a structure so you can keep the local homeless population at bay, for the time being. Creating a base is very important, and I'm not very good at it, so I let my friend Nathan do it. Everyone say hi to Nathan. But if you don't build a good enough base and the walls are flimsy, the outsiders can easily get in and... Ah, the Rust community. Such a nice group of people who show such kindness to anyone they encounter. Truly the most wholesome and friendly community in the entire gaming scene. Okay, basically there are a few types of players in the community you should know about. First, you've got me, the average player who just plays for fun with his friends. I'm not the best, but I know how the game works pretty well. You've got the epic funny racist who runs around saying racial slurs because he thinks edgy equals funny. You can usually identify them by seeing a hate symbol drawn on their base. Then there are the sweatlords, who have two subcategories, the door camper and the roof camper. Sweatlords treat this game like if they don't kill you no matter what, their entire family will be gunned down in front of them. You could have a bag of marbles and some leftover chewing gum and they'll still blast you to Kingdom Come with their fully kitted AK they grinded for 4 hours to get. The door camper will sit outside your door like a homunculus ape and shoot you the moment you walk outside your base in the hopes to break in and steal your loot. The roof campers will sit on the roof and shoot anyone who comes within a mile of their base, no matter who you are. Don't be these people, they suck. Everyone in Rust seems to have this unnatural hatred for each other, because most of the time people aren't very nice, which you shouldn't expect going into this game. You've got these 3 to 4 man clans with god complexes who kill anyone that breathes in their general direction because they need to prove how cool they are in an online video game. There are literal disadvantages to having a black character in this game just because of how toxic the community can be. When you first launch Rust, a random character is created for you and you can't change it. I happen to look like a cancer patient while my friends both got black characters, which in any other game would be fine, but not in Rust. The epic funny racists show up and say slurs because they have the ideology of I said the N-word and am therefore funny. But hey, it's not all bad. You'll find nice players sometimes and have cool interactions with them, and some might even help you. Like 2 times out of 10. Other times they'll just kill you. While Rust can seem crushingly difficult at times, dying over and over again and not making progress, eventually you'll get the hang of it. The slow progression that you make over the course of several days in order to reach the top, the feeling of accomplishment while working with your friends, that's what makes the struggle great, and the reward even greater.